it's a blind date, and at the end of dinner, they reach deep into their pockets to pull out a coupon to pay. How does that make you feel? That's one of the questions that they have on OkCupid, and I've gotten into this discussion with a number of people, and people have very passionate opinions on this, as do I, but my passionate opinion is, I think it's cool. Why not? You know, it's a coupon. You have a coupon to the place that we're eating at. So what's the problem with using the coupon? What, use it on the second date? But people are like, no, it's the first date. You should make sure to pay with your own money only. No discounts. And it's like, why? What's the big problem? You know, I have a coupon and I can take some, maybe with the money that we save with that coupon, we can go out for ice cream afterwards. I mean, shoot, like, I'm just saying. Because I remember I was talking with my brother about it, and even he was like, because my brother's straight, and he was like, when you take a woman on a date, she is going to work very hard to make sure that her hair is done nicely and she's wearing a beautiful outfit and shoes, and all of that costs money and takes time. So when you pull out a coupon, at the end of the date, it makes it seem like you don't value the effort that she put into it. First of all, I'm like, well, one, don't we both put effort into preparing for the date? However we prepare, whatever. And two, just because I pull out a coupon doesn't mean that I don't value the work that you've put into it. And three, chances are when I go out on a date, I'm going out with another dude. So it ain't like he putting in more effort than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. Anyway, but honestly, like, I don't see the problem with pulling out a coupon. And also, what's the problem with the Dutch treating on the first date? That's how I usually try to do it. And the reason that I usually try to Dutch treat on the first date, and I was talking to somebody else about that, and they were like, you can't, like, another member of the heterosexual community. And he's like, you can't Dutch treat on a first date with a woman. That'll make you seem cheap. And I'm like, when he was telling me all that, I was like, well, I'm glad that I have dates with men, because honestly, it's like, what's the big deal? And I know for me, the couple of times in my past that I paid for the first date, I never saw that person again. Like, that first date was the last date. And I was just like, left to sit in my feelings and feel some kind of way, like, oh my gosh, you know, why did I hand out that free meal to you when that was going to be the end of it? And my boyfriend just got back home. Speaking of which, I think we did Dutch treat on my first date, but he's here. Boyfriend, come and get in the video with me. Hey, boyfriend. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kevin. He's my man. He's beautiful. And I'm like, he's so short. Oh my gosh. He looks short. Okay. How about this?
Stop.
No. Stop.
What?
You are sweaty, Kevin.
I'm hot.
He just got back from making a walk to the grocery store in the ice freezing cold, and he is sweating like a behemoth. Oh my gosh. But yes, that's a gay rag. It is super gay. But as I was saying, though, it's from Pride. But anyway, but when I paid, like, on the few occasions that on the first date I paid, that was the last that I ever saw them. Have you ever paid for a guy on the first date? And, well, see, Kevin is genuinely, like, conventionally handsome. I know, I appreciate him saying that he finds me attractive, but Kevin is, like, conventionally attractive. So I bet on the times that you paid on the first date, that dude stuck around, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a date. But I will tell you about this funny time. A guy that was interested in me, and he was kind of cute. You know, I was kind of interested in him, too. He used to come. I was a manager at McDonald's, and he used to come to my store all the time, you know, flirting and stuff like that. So he always used to ask me out and stuff. So finally I said, okay, you know, we can.
Kevin has dudes asking him out. I don't have that.
So I said, okay. So he was like, cool. So he called me. I gave him my number, whatever. So we set up a date. So he was like, it was for my birthday. So he said, so where do you want to go? I was like, well, let's go to, you know, because at this time I was living over by...
somewhere in Baltimore.
It was Baltimore, but it was by Dutch Village.
Okay.
And
like YouTube knows that.
Well, anyway, so I was living over there with my dad at the time, and like I said, it was my birthday, so you know, I had money anyway. So we went to Valentino's on I believe that's Hartford and Northern Parkway. We went to Valentino's.
Doesn't know.
Well, anyway, I mean, people from Baltimore, they're gonna know this.
Go Baltimore.
But anyway, the food was really good. So, you know, we ate. We had a good conversation. You know, everything was going cool. You know, we had a few drinks, you know, talking and stuff like that. And the check came. So he started the whole, you know, so he grabs the check and look, mind you, the check is like $120. So he's like feeling around his wallet. Oh, snap. I left my wallet at home.
Yes.
I was like, no, you didn't. I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. He was like, yo, you think you can grab it? No, I can't. So he was like, but something, he was like, so you wouldn't pay? No, because if you would have told me from Jump Street, I would have had no problem with paying for him. But since you try to run game, then no. So when the waiter came, I said, excuse me, we're going to need 2 separate checks, please.
Yes.
So the waiter said, okay. So I paid for my check. He was like, well, I drove, so how you going to get home? I said, well, my grandmother lives about 15 minutes walking that way. My dad lives about 30 minutes walking that way. By the time I get to this door, I'll make my decision which one I'm going to go to. So then, on top of that, do you know he had the audacity to call me that night? Not ask me, did I make it home safe? He had the audacity to call and ask me, do I want to go to the movies? I said, please don't call me no more. So that was just like, I believe that was the worst date I had ever had. I have.
Yeah.
And I've had some pretty bad dates.
You think you've had some pretty bad dates. Wait until you hear my stories of my dates. Because I remember one time I went on this date with a dude and we went to IHOP. Kevin loves IHOP.
I do.
We went to IHOP and the checks came and he was like, I have to go to the bathroom. Yes, he pulled that one. And he went to the bathroom and I waited for him at the table. I was just like,
let me guess, he never came back.
Well, he didn't come back until after I was like, well, I guess I'll do the right thing and just pay for his meal. I'm sure he'll get me back on our next date. Wink, wink. And after I paid, he came out. He was like, okay, hey, you know, cool. And I was like, well, you can get me next time. And he's like, cool. There was no next time. Okay? Those are the kind of dudes that I deal with. Kevin gets dudes like throwing themselves at him constantly while I deal with dudes like that. And the main question, and Kevin, you can weigh on this if you want to too. Mm-hmm. How would you feel if you went out on a blind date with somebody, and at the end of the date, they pull out a coupon to pay for the meal?
I wouldn't care.
Right. But there are people who would be like...
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. But I wouldn't care if somebody would do it for me. Because, hey, save your money.
And then maybe you can go out for ice cream afterwards, you know?
Every time we go somewhere, not all the time, but a lot of times we always stop and get frozen yogurt.
We did it twice.
No, we did it 3 times.
Okay.
We did it twice when we went
to Qdoba.
Yeah. And then once when we went to Chipotle in Baltimore.
Yeah. I like getting frozen yogurt because that's what
He turned me on to it because I've never had it before.
Mm-hmm. It is tasty.
It is.
Just like my baby's tasty. All right, YouTube. This video is too long. Oh, my gosh. We have to talk to you all later, all right?
Right.
Talk to you later. Peace.
Deuces.
Be blessed.